It's Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com and PickDogs.com, and it is Monday, July 27th, 2020, here with your free computer pick show. Of course, we do computer picks courtesy of Spread Knowledge Software. You can get a 3-day trial for Spread Knowledge Software for just under $5. All you got to do is click in the link in the description. I'll also put the link in the comments of both YouTube sites. So be sure to check that out. Now, of course, the big news out of baseball this morning is that the Marlins-Orioles game has been canceled. Best case scenario, that's it. Worst case scenario, they cancel the entire season, and it bleeds into other sports. So we'll have to follow this story closely. Of course, we're preparing for the worst. We are hoping for the very best, which would be this is a very isolated case. And, of course, with all the players being tested, so far it is an isolated case, right? We need to treat it as such. But, of course, the Major League Baseball Players Union, we had our concerns heading into the season. So, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. We always do. But hopefully we have sports, because it sure has been nice to have sports in the recent weeks. That's for sure. So let's see what we got for today. And as far as spread knowledge goes, of course, yesterday, one of our worst spread knowledge days we've ever had. The thing about spread knowledge that we have to remember and keep in mind, especially on days like yesterday, is that the more data that the software has to work with, that means the more games being played, the better the performance is likely to be, the better the data is. Now they're saying the Yankees and Phillies game has been canceled now. So, yeah, my guess is that we're going to lose the season here. Or at least have a couple days where we're not going to have games. I think that they're going to regroup and probably rethink this thing. I did not think at the time that the Major League Baseball Players Association and Major League Baseball were the people to lead us out of this pandemic. I always said all along the NBA were going to be the leaders. And now we see why that is. I don't think the Yankees were too thrilled with having to go into that locker room. It's not like it's AIDS or something, but it's, obviously a disease they don't that there's no cure for right now. So, just because people test positive doesn't mean they have symptoms. It doesn't mean they're dying. It doesn't mean they're going to the hospital. It doesn't even mean that they need to go to a doctor regularly. All it means is that they've tested positive. That's all it means. And so far, that's what we've seen. And 99% of the cases, in the world and in the United States. We've seen deaths, but most of those people are elderly or already have conditions, and there's been deaths attributed to corona that, we can go on and on about that. And we will on our regular show at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in the meantime, we'll just do this show. And like I said, we're going to prepare for the worst. We're going to hope for the best. So let's get right into it and get to today's spread knowledge picks. Yeah, we know who played who. I mean, it's like we all have ESPN and we all watch the games, right? We talked about every single game. So we know like that the Marlins played the Phillies and now the Yankees played. Yeah, we kind of know this stuff. I like it when people act like we don't have ESPN or something, right? It's like, yeah, and we didn't know who played who. Like we only talked about them all, all weekend long. A little bit on the annoying side, I have to say. Not helpful. But let's get to our first pick for today's show. Our first pick is going to be the under in the A's-Angels game. This is the early game. Spread Knowledge gives this one's a B+ rating. Yesterday we went into some B games, and I believe our second pick is a B game as well. As the software begins to gather the data that it needs to compile the results, we don't have any A-rated picks today in Spread Knowledge in Major League Baseball. All we have are B+, that's the most, the highest rated that we have. and then we don't even have that many of those. So we used B picks. We paid the price for it yesterday, and sometimes it works out for us, sometimes it doesn't. But right now it likes the under in the early game, the Angels A's, and that's going to be our first pick for today's show. Of course, like I said, our regular show is at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be here with the guys, Steve Monahan, as well as the Puck Dogs, Rod Zawacki and Chris Ruffalo, in just about 10 minutes. Let's get to our second pick for today's show. And in this one, the Mariners, coming off of yesterday's win, Spread Knowledge likes them. It gives them a B rating. See, we normally, on this show, we only do B plus or better. And, we don't even have that many to work with because, as I said, Spread Knowledge aggregates the data over time. And that's going to, that would be, it's just not that much time at this point to work with. Not as many games, but it likes the Seattle Mariners plus 1.5. So today's Spread Knowledge picks: Seattle Mariners plus 1.5 and the under in the A's Angels game. Of course, you can get picks on every game every day with Spread Knowledge. All you have to do is click on the link in the description, and you can get a trial for just $4.99. But anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. If you're not joining us for our live show in about 10 minutes at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, our regular live show with Steve Monahan and the Puck Dogs, I'm sure they'll all have opinions on the cancellations. Personally, I don't know, man. You guys will hear mine as well. And, I always have something to say about this stuff. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.